Please hold.
Okay. Says this content is being shared to a third party.
What?
Ooh, I see that.
Whoa.
All right,
Whoa.
so it's directing me to YouTube, and
are we on here? Is it working? Is this thing on?
Yep. We're live.
Yep, I see it. I see
All
it.
right.
Episode, what are we calling this? Episode 121, the Three of Cups. Yeah,
Yes.
that works. So
yeah, it might have a fancier name on the podcast page, everyone, but for now, this is what we got for the live stream. But
this is how the sausage is made.
Yeah, we are also Hilary, Melissa, we're 20 seconds ahead of everybody joining us. So it's going to be a little weird.
We will do our best. I'm going to also share this to our Insta account, our official Instagram account, Cardslinger CC.
From your
we're gonna show you our behind the scenes. This is not normally how we look because we knew that we were going to do a YouTube live. So we were just like, oh wait, hold on a second. Shit. And we all universally left our computers to go put on a little bit of makeup, a little bit of zhuzhing before rejoining and trying to do this.
This isn't makeup. I always look this good.
This is the only zhuzh I put on. I'm using NYX's Fat Oil Slick Clicks.
I want that. That looks
Say
good.
that 5 times fast.
This is number 10, the double tap. So shout out to Zombieland
Right.
But yeah, typically I don't need any eye makeup because I look like a raccoon. But with my blue glasses and stuff, it makes me look like I already have eye makeup. So
your eyes
I'm
are
lucky.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Melissa went all out because we're hoping that we get at least one person on the live.
You know, I kind of like hate my husband because I'll watch him when he's sleeping, which is like creepy enough, but his eyelashes are just so beautiful, like so full and thick. And I'm just like, I have to apply, I don't know, 10 coats of mascara to be able to get the thickness and the length of eyelashes to look, you know, beautiful. But I hate that, right?
That's Shuri.
I don't have, Hi, Shuri, baby. My little love, little soft beast.
Little punk. So what are we talking about today, ladies?
Well, we are talking about the Three of Cups and our favorite Three of Cups. And by the way, spoiler alert, I did not do the homework yet again.
I didn't either.
I did it literally right before. So I was going to go with the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot, but I found the Three of Swords. So the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot is going to be the Three of Swords for me. Instead, I chose a deck that brings back a lot of fun, happy memories of the Three of Cups, and that is the World of Warcraft Tarot.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. This deck, I wasn't initially going to get it because it's a crossover of the Inside Editions and Blizzard. And, you know, their Inside Editions has always been hit or miss for me. Because, you know, they don't always do the 78, images on all the cards. And I don't like half and half decks because that's kind of a modality switch from Marseille to RWS.
Yeah.
But
what a great way to put it.
But one of the people I watch on YouTube, shout out to Dawn Michelle, she bought it and she was curious about why it's this watercolor look. And it reminded me of the old what do they call it? Classic WoW screenshots where they're all that pastel watercolors, like showing, creatures and locations and stuff. And I just fell in love with it. And they are all 78 imagery. So that's why I chose it.
I think that I'm going to be a loser and compare the three of us to the Three of Cups. And getting it started like that because we've been friends forever.
I know.
We call each other when things are hard. We text each other to say, hey, we're constantly in some form of contact. Like there are few people that I could say will call me back at 3:00 in the morning other than you two. And that's the vibe of the Three of Cups.
Well, if I'm awake.
I mean, I don't want to put you out, fucking Hilary.
Usually it'd be me because I'm 2 hours behind you two here on the
That's
West
true.
Coast.
Oh
But
Lord, here
yeah,
she comes.
oh Lord, yep, here
She coming.
comes the Shuri monster. But yeah, I mean, that's something else I love about the three of cups is that there's three of us. We're all fire signs. You know, to use a bronyism, friendship is magical, right? And
It
powerful.
is.
And even just before recording and deciding to go live with this, Melissa and I were talking about the state of the external, the state of the United States right now, and
Barf.
how, yeah, and how barf it is. And while I'm baseline right now, to me, the world is not okay. But we have each other. Melissa and I had a little chat about what we could
Yep.
do and how we could kind of get through this where, certain people we want to rely on have their hands tied. And we're now strangely looking at other things to hopefully undo or stop a certain mad people, for their land grab, so to speak. And
Yeah.
that's the power of the Three of Cups, man. I mean, even our listeners, thank you for listening to our last episode, the 7 minutes short about, what we're hoping. And here, I mean, that's the power of the Three of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
The power to uplift, the power to hope and give hope.
In the Sasuraibito deck, it's represented by three different women kind of leaning in on each other, like hugging each other from behind. And it's very sweet. And you know that if one of them moves, the other one's going with them. Like we're not letting go. And I think especially with everything the way that it is, having that confidence in your friends to know that they're not going to let you go is paramount right now. Because it's important to build community and to stay in touch and make sure nobody is feeling too overwhelmed by themselves, and that they know that they're not alone. So, I like the Finch app for this, for keeping in touch. I think it's really
Yeah,
great.
have we
God, I
have we
love
mentioned
Finch.
how much
I don't
we
think we
like
have talked
Finch?
about Finch
I
yet.
think I think no, I think we've done it
We
once
have.
before. I know we've done
Yeah.
it at least once, but yeah, I love Finch. And the funny thing about like at least Melissa and I is that Melissa will send me all these because I'm so goth. My Finch is gray and black, and I love all the black gothy things. And so she'll send me like the black things that I haven't caught yet. And I decided in kind question
Send
mark.
me stupid shit.
I sent her the weirdest
The
random
most
shit.
random,
Yeah.
off the wall.
Yeah. Yesterday I found the orange inner tube that the burb can wear around their waist.
And
I sent it to
I'm
her.
wearing it.
And she's wearing it. The first time I think I did this, I got her the peach hat, like this weird kind of green, light green
Yeah,
peach
pear hat.
hat. Pear,
It was a
thank you.
pear.
Pear, that's
Yeah.
right. They should do a peach one so I can send that to you. And
So
she
my head
wore
looks
it,
like a butt.
and the bird looks so funny that
I
it
know,
made
they're
me
great.
laugh so hard. And that's why I do it, because I know that Melissa will, like be like, God damn it, Jaymi, and then wear it proudly.
Exactly.
It's just like, what did she send me now? Okay, fine, I'll put it on.
Yeah.
But
Why
it's so
not?
fun.
Well,
It's so much fun. And
it's
there are so many
friendship.
ways. Like there's Discord servers, there's Twitch,
Mhm.
there's Reddit. Reddit's kind of an odd community. I'm not really familiar with it, but is it a community, would you say?
Reddit's kind of become another cesspool. It's to me, it's kind of like a couple steps up from the 4chan channels.
Oh, gross. Okay.
It's their leadership isn't, I don't know. It's weird. They're trying to make more money off of it. So I think they're going to privatize a lot of the like group areas, and I don't know. I don't go there anymore because it's become kind of akin to Facebook in that it's kind of this weird psychic cesspool of drama.
I was going to
and
mute
just
myself and like accidentally disappear like quietly, but George has to go potty and I'm on video. So I'll be right back.
That's okay. No, that's okay. We'll let
So
Sherry.
you can yep.
There's some more sausage, and there's good old George.
there he is.
The
There
little
he
boy.
is.
So
All
while
right.
Melissa's gone, we can
Don't-
talk about the
don't
power
take
of
your
our
pants
friendship.
off. Don't get naked. Oh, good. She's muted and she probably can't hear us either. So everyone, let's talk about Melissa. Yeah, friendship is magical. the Three of Cups, I mean, did we talk basically about what the Three of Cups is? It does typically mean friendship, gatherings. It's traditionally depicted as three women holding up three cups.
In the middle of, like, to me, it's an autumn setting because we've got like the cornucopia and all the pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah. So it's and typically to me it kind of is a girl power card. I call it the girl power card. But it also has it does have its downsides as well. So sometimes in a reading I'll see the Three of Cups and I'll interpret it as gossip as well. So no one card is either completely 100% good or bad. But like it's all about the context, right? I can't even think of what my favorite Three of Cups would be. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, like I said, okay, so let me go back to mine, because now I can actually hold it on the screen. Like I said, I decided to go with the World of Warcraft deck because back in Classic WoW, they call it the Classic WoW. Now I remember, I was a Tauren shaman on a PvP RP server, codenamed Inowin, which is kind of one of my magic names. And then that's where my nickname got a nickname. Everybody shortened Inowin, Innowen, down to Inno, Inno. So my name is Jaymi with a nickname of Inowin, and my nickname has a nickname, Inno. And I became heel captain for a while in this guild that we had on our server, Twisting Nettle, with a lot of local friends from all over the United States. And of course, the people that ran it, one weekend they came up to our house. And that was, great times. And I'm so left-handed dominant that I never used a mouse. I just had the keyboard. But, and Kendra played a Fury warrior. So I was her healer, when it was just the two of us. But I was an elemental healing shaman and we rocked it. It was just so much fun. But I quit it cold turkey one day because I'm like, what am I doing? I mean, I've got all these cool accolades, all these really neat stuff in game, but what about my real life? This was right before I had written the first draft of Tarot Inspired Life. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to write. I'm like, I love this game, but it's an addiction. And my poor shaman is still at the end, in the end zone of a dungeon that she never, got to go home at. I just,
oh God, what
well,
dungeon? I need to know.
I
As
can't
a
remember.
Former WoW player myself.
Yeah, I can't remember, but this card, the Three of Cups, it has Alliance members on it. And of course, I was Horde, always Horde. And I was like, that,
For the Horde, man.
For the Horde. But we've got 3 Alliance members, and they're all dwarfs, or as we call them, dwarfs, DORFS. And but they're fully geared out in various, probably high-level armors. And they've got their cups. I'm envisioning these cups in gold, metallic gold or something, because the dwarven style was all gold and metals in a way. And they're, again, celebrating. I imagine they either did a raid on Orgrimmar or, did some PvP to, nerf off a bunch of low-level hordes, because in a PvP server, that's what you do, both sides.
I did not have the stones to play the PvP server. No.
Well, we didn't want to at first, but all of our friends were on a PvP server, and when we got our first original characters, Kendra was a mage, and I was a warlock, and my first pet was named Kizpit, Quizpit, and I fell in love with it. That we upgraded my machine 3 times just so I could be able to play this damn game. That's how heavily we got into it. But when in our mid-30s, we were like in Shimmering Flats, and all the 60 levels were killing us, that we had to stop playing at one point.
Yeah.
But that was just on a PV. Yeah. I mean, that's typical
kind
of
of where I
server.
stopped, because every time I would get to the level cap, it would the bar kept on going further and further. The end zone kept on getting further and further away, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore.
When that first expansion pack came out, our guild leaders Torg and Ula basically took a whole week off and just brute like 24/7 played the game until they got to the new end cap. And it was just like, wow, even Torg at one point like quit his day job just so he could do WoW. And it was weird. This was back in those days when it was really, really wild. Hey,
Yeah, we had a comment on the 2PU.
What?
yay.
Yes,
Yes.
we did. Someone's watching right now. Ancient Voices said Finch. And it's like, yes, we love
Yes.
Finch.
I sent this out to Amber. So, hey, Amber, you get to hear some of my
Oh,
past
it's
history of gaming.
Amber.
Yeah. Yep.
Yay.
Amber, aka Ancient Voices, and one of my dear friends that I know that she's part of this Three of Cups circle where,
found it.
I can talk to her any
Yes.
day. But yeah, so I mean,
Can you make the thing on Instagram so that I could share it on my Instagram?
I did already.
You tag me in it?
yep.
No, I didn't
And,
tag you.
but yeah, Three of
so
Cups is,
demanding.
I know, right? The entertainment or the
The talent is here.
the talent, yes. But yeah, so the Three of Cups brings back, on this card brings back all those memories. And that's kind of why I like this deck. That and the fact that they didn't go with the cartoony style. Instead, they went with those screenshot captures and the watercolor that I really liked. And I'm just, this deck, I haven't used it yet, but it does bring back all those fun memories of that time. And if it weren't for me getting addicted to a game, I would never and rage quitting it, basically, I would have never have written my book and gotten it published. So, woo!
There you go.
Thanks, WoW. You did me good by teaching me don't get addicted to video games again.
Well, I mean, I think it's when we think about the Three of Cups, let's bring it back to tarot, right? We think about the energy, right? And the emotions. And it's just like, if it's not bringing you together, like, is it tearing you apart? Like, what's the energy going along with it and the intention around it? It's just like, if your intention is to build community through, the gaming world, then that's great. But if it was more of a time suck away from the passion projects that you really wanted to do, I think you did the right thing. I mean, my ex and I had were in the same guilds together, and we would game together, and our computers were set up side by side. Our desks were set up side by side in our apartment. And so we would so like, all right, raid, 40-person raid, let's go, like let's get it together. And but then at a certain point, it's just like we just look at each other and be like, do you want to just go have sex? And it's just like, yeah, so
Gaming for you just brought up all the hormones and like, yeah, let's get it on. So
Dude,
Aries.
Listen, you're muted. I know you had probably a good
because
comment.
I'm really funny. So no, my
I
dogs
mean,
are
like
being,
part of it was like, we were part of a guild, but it's just like, do you want to like go be in the real world right now?
You want to go smash faces for a while, because we can actually do that live.
Do you want to?
You could step down,
rub butts.
Oh
Okay,
my God, that's just too funny. But yeah, I mean, like, my favorite raid was the Onyxia. I looked at Onyxia's lair as a dance, especially for us healers. We mostly stayed in the back and just targeted healed. But it was like, okay, stay here, through heals, back off, run into the wall because Onyxia is going to do her, poofy effect. Come back out, do heals, slow down heals, up heals, slow, it was just this, like, I looked at it as a dance, and it was just so much fun for me that, that, and I love dragons. It was just fun.
Oh yeah, that's the, wasn't that the one that, Leeeroy Jenkins, wasn't that the one
No,
that
no, that was
my God.
Ubbers. That was Ubbers. Yeah, I think it was Ubbers. Upper Blackrock, because
oh yeah, Upper Blackrock. Oh my God.
because I mean, yeah, there's whelps in Onyxia, but Upper Blackrock had a whole room full of it, and Leeeroy ran into the room.
Leeeroy Jenkins.
Oh my God. Well, I'll link the video in our show
Just
notes.
like, how old are we? Going back
11.
to that.
Suck it.
It's interesting, Jaymi, that you're saying that you thought of it more as a dance, because I found my favorite Three of Cups, and it is
What?
Dancer 3. from The Terror of the She by Emily Carding, which
Love
is
Emily Carding.
Yeah.
Big
such
shout
a
out.
beautiful deck, and especially her transparent tarot, layered on top of Tarot of the She, like game changer, like
Yeah.
really, really deep readings. But Dancer 3 is the Three of Cups, and it is got a keyword of jubilance on it.
I love
Ooh,
that.
That's a
So
great
pretty.
keyword.
And then each of the minor arcana, I'm not sure about the major arcana in this deck, but each of the minor arcana has almost like a little like poem to go along with it.
Mhm.
So for Dancer 3, it's when the whole shines full and round, the three blithe dancers may be found, skipping for the joy of life, for friendship and forgotten strife.
Oh,
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
I love you guys. Aw,
Aw.
aw.
All the hearts.
Aw.
There we go. My hearts are triggering. Yay.
You triggered my heart.
You triggered my heart. That's a good Valentine. You triggered my heart.
It's perfect
So
for like fire signs even because we're so triggering. So I asked Amber in
no
the
shit.
chat, what does Three of
What?
Cups mean to her? And she says regenerative interplay and celebration of what fills and uplifts you.
Oh,
That's good. That's good.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Aw.
really good, actually.
Aw.
We have
Aw.
someone watching us right now.
Holy
Aw.
shit.
Holy shit, dude.
It's the internets. They found us. The internets have found us. Oh no.
They found us, but also, you know, we
Well, what I
made
like
them
is
find us.
what I like though is like the first time we did a live on this channel, Zoom and YouTube integration weren't as streamlined as this. We had to go live just on YouTube. And this was so much easier for me to do it through Zoom that I think we could possibly start
gonna-
doing this more often.
We're
Are we
gonna
gonna-
do this more.
You want to do it every time?
Well, let's talk about that post because, you know, I mean, maybe.
Let's talk about that
That's serious.
offline.
Yes, in post. We'll do our post wrap up and all that away from Amber because, you know, she's probably got opinions.
Postmortem.
Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. It's
No,
fine.
it's okay. I'm surprised Lily isn't out. Before the show, one of my kitties, Lily, was trying to tear up this chair that's kind of right behind me, and she has vendettas against these two. She just wants to like rip up them so bad, and I don't want her to, but she stopped. I don't know if it's because she
Sorry.
recognizes when I'm on the camera versus when I'm not.
Oh, super zoom in. Is that
Super
Shuri?
zoom in. That's
Yeah.
Shuri.
Oh, hi, Shuri, baby.
Bugging my microphone.
So
Man.
Petting her.
we also should mention that Liz and I have been doing Instagram lives, you know, when
Yes.
she feels like it. And yesterday she felt like it, and I was unfortunately driving into my retail shift when she did so, but Shuri was acting a fool.
She has to be on me or near me or on top of me. She can't, like, I wanted a lap cat and I fucking got one. So be careful
Be
what you wish.
careful. Yeah.
What you wish for.
Mhm.
Yeah. My babies have been mostly snuggling with me as I've been dealing with health issues this past this past winter has been one big health issue. It's really kind of sucked. And but yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot better. I think even in our last cast, I sounded kind of sick, like just
No.
nasally sick. But you know, that's okay. That's the episode that's coming out before this. That's the Three of Wands episode, which
Yeah.
we talked about fanny pack snacks. Stay
Which
tuned.
is super important.
Yeah.
I'm
And
looking
friendship
forward.
bracelets.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that one because that one
Right.
just made me laugh. Fanny pack snacks.
Well, and now I want Kendra to make a fanny pack snack song for us or something, you know, because
Well,
you started singing fanny pack snacks or something, and then I started doing it, and I started like that whole weekend I was singing fanny pack snacks. Well, she's good with the oons, so yeah, we could get her to do oons.
Oh God.
Techno fanny pack snacks.
Oh my God.
Mosh
It's a
pitting,
remix.
mosh pitting, handing out friendship bracelets. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
does
you need
remind
to.
me. I did break out my embroidery floss after we did that recording. You
Nice.
guys will you'll understand the references. You know, this is again timey-wimey. We're recording out of order, and we're happening to do this live.
We are recording in order, but yeah, the episode will be
if you're watching live or you're watching the replay on our YouTube.
It's just Amber, you guys. Just
you don't know that. She's the only one that's commenting. We have more viewers than that. Anyway.
True. Well, yeah, we've got 54 subscribers. Woohoo! Thanks, subscribers.
Yay!
We love you.
We're viral. We're
viral.
We're marginally famous.
Number 62 in Iceland. Woo!
Yeah. I love Iceland.
We need to find out our global ratings again, because that just tickled me to no end.
I think we should do an episode on our global ratings and, you know, analytics and what we've discovered.
love my book, Kitchen Table Magic, was translated into Polish.
That's so cool.
I've been getting emails and readings from all of these Polish folks, and it's been so cool. And their accents are just beautiful. Anybody who can speak 2 languages is a
all right.
star.
So I'm in our dashboard. Statistics overview.
Bonus episode.
So yeah, a little bit more on what, you know, makes a sausage. I mean, really, I don't think I look at this occasionally, but I'm not one for the stats and all that, because this is more of a fun project for all of us. You know, we just love this. So we have 439 listeners in the States, 21 in Canada. New Zealand has 14. Romania 13, and then we have like places like Czech Republic has 2, 3 listeners in Germany. Woohoo! Thanks, Germans. We love you. Poland, we have 1 in Poland. Shout out to Melissa.
We are number 1 in Poland. We have
1 in South Africa, and then there's somebody unknown, and that could just because they don't
Antarctica.
Like they turned off their location or something.
Yeah, global location. But yeah, I mean, we've got a good sized family of folks. And we really do appreciate all of you for listening in. I know that I've been sharing our Agatha all along with other listeners, and you know, our hour and a half movie.
We really like that show, you guys.
Oh God, it was so much fun to watch. And I took, you know, like 8 to 10 pages of notes. And my friend Amber, they listened and loved it. And then with a little bit of my help, they extrapolated the actual rating, and it worked for them. So between Hilary's thing, Benabelle's image, and what I was talking about helped them create, you know, the full thing, and they used it and they loved it. And then our friend Christine Ashworth, shout out to Christine.
Christine Ashworth, oh my God.
Yeah, she listened to us, and because she loved Agatha. However, yes, she loved the episode, but she started listening to our back episodes, and she's like, you guys are so much fun. So thank you. Shout out to Christine. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, Amber's in there typing alone. Seriously, a room full of viewers, granted disembodied, but still.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you never know. For every one person that's vocal and comments, we could have 10 or 15 people that are love our podcast and what we do.
I've never
and just don't say anything.
Before, so it's a whole new
I do
world.
it every week.
Yeah. Well, like on Twitch TV, I tend to be a lurker, you know, which means I don't really comment in the chat much, just because I'm there to watch the games being played, or, you know, for the broadcaster to be silly and weird. But, you know, so I know that we have a lot of lurkers, and thank you. And our email inbox is always open too. You know, I know that we say that at the end of everything, but, you know, this is, again, we're talking 3 of Cups. This is a community, and I think this is awesome. We're recording the 3 of Cups, you know, as part of our, you know, we're talking about the card, our favorites.
Absolutely.
But it's also our, you know, this is our way. And now that it's so much easier to do this, we can do more community building and more lives.
Yeah, but I feel like we've been dragging our feet on the YouTube, you know, but I don't think we're going to drag our feet so much anymore.
No, now that with this integration, I mean, we can even all use this channel, you know, if we want to do, you know, maybe just solo things or something at some point. Melissa, did you have a favorite 3 of Cups? Because I know I talked about mine a lot. Hilary got to talk about hers, but what about you?
You went right to
Um,
the sassy burrito, I thought, or
yeah,
no?
I strict
You
with
did.
the Sasuraibito.
Okay.
It's the one with the 3 women. I can't find my cards right now. I put them down somewhere, which was the first mistake. Um, but
Uh,
it's
the
just a
life of
really it,
tarot.
it's their kind of little punk tatted purple haired kids, and they're hugging each other, and that's what we need right now in the world. We need more people building community and being there for each other, and being supportive, because it's really scary. The world is really scary right now, and all we have right now is each other, and
Yeah.
action. So yeah, I think it's a very timely card that we're talking about today.
Word.
Talk about more too.
Word.
We are here for your viewing pleasure. So
Yeah, Hilary.
We are
and
we are
listening
not
pleasure.
well. We're
Changed your
not
voice a little bit during that part.
Did I?
We're not your dancing monkey, but yeah, I mean, if you have any questions of us or
Hilary's all,
know.
we are here for your listening pleasure.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Kendra already did the,
Oh,
I
no.
know, so sad.
so I can actually reveal this now, since we're on film. But after the recording of Agatha All Along, my mic bit it hard. My professional Shure SHURE mic bit it, and we haven't replaced it yet. So yeah, apparently it was Agatha all along, even in my mic.
It
The
was
power
Agatha
source,
all along.
yeah, the USB port died, and we need to figure out which of the newer models we want to get for me, and that's it's a process.
Yep.
Word. All right. Do we have any questions from the gallery?
Peanut gallery.
Hello.
Probably not.
Well, remember, we're 20 seconds in front of them. There's always that weird 20-second delay in live streaming.
Yeah, definitely don't look at the YouTube unless you want to look at the comments portion.
And that's what I'm doing.
It's
weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah, I
Actually, what I'm
can't.
doing
I'm just trusting you guys to
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're the
relay
talent.
it.
You're
I'm the talent.
the-
I don't need to be fucking about with technology.
Well, what I'm
I just
doing,
need to sit there and be pretty.
more about how the sausage is made. What I'm doing is I've got the Zoom window and I've made it a little bit smaller so I can see the chat, the YouTube chat going on the side.
And I have the Zoom window
smart.
and then my browser window. So I do most of the show notes, and I do that in a G-Doc so that we all have access to it. But so I'm switching back between the YouTube live and that document. And Amber says, do any of us recall our first reaction to seeing the Three of Cups? Man.
That was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I know it had to have been from the Tarot Nova because that was my first tarot deck, which is a very sweet little deck, but it's very unforgiving because it's so simple that it's hard to learn on. So
yeah.
whatever was in the Tarot Nova Three of Cups, that was my first reaction to it. I think it was three ladies dancing with the little cups, but they were like little cartoonies. And I think my reaction was joy. I don't know what question I asked, but I think I got that as an answer. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's a pretty good answer, I guess.
I remember distinctly at some point early in my tarot career, there's a painting, The Three Muses, where it's three women dancing in a circle. And that is what this card always brings to mind. That's how I learned how to recognize it, because of that painting. Like I knew that painting is about three women who are really just chilling in each other's company and supporting each other. So whenever I saw the Three of Cups, I was like, oh, that's the Three Muses.
This one's hard for me because I was in 7th or 8th grade at the time, and I had the US Games Terror of the Witches, the one that was used in the James Bond movie, which I didn't even know about because I just liked the images. And I can't remember what I thought of that because I was more steeped in, I have to memorize all these keywords upright and then reverse, like upside down. And I was just like, No, I don't want to memorize more vocabulary lists because I'm already doing that a lot. But let's see here. I had that, and then I was using the Heimdall, and that's just, got watery behind it. So
I'm
yeah,
wondering. Go ahead, Jaymi. I'm sorry.
now my voice is kind of drying out, so I kind of petered out there.
So I was wondering with the Three of Cups, my second deck was the Medicine Woman Tarot.
Mhm.
And I was wondering if I could find the Three of Cups there, but it's not coming up on search.
I hate it when that happens.
I know.
Like, got something to say and I can't find it. I'm even looking up in a lot of my old Scrivener files of where I like wrote stuff.
Ooh, another question from Amber. Which cards would you love to see on either side of the Three of Cups? Depends on the question, but probably the Two of Cups or the High Priestess, or the Ace of Cups. Cups. Probably more cups or the Star.
So cups is what you're saying.
So cups, yeah.
For me, yeah, lovers and like Two of Cups, because that's like like, hey, you've got community to back you up. You've got, love, true heart, love there. And then with the lovers, it's that new relationship energy, the bigger picture. And to me, I think that's like the perfect, energetic push. Like what you said, Amber, if you want the energy behind what you're doing to carry you through, that's like that trifecta right there, but yeah, a lot of cards, even the Tower, because like if you have a Tower moment and you get the Three of Cups in the middle, you're like, hey, you've got people that'll help you.
Yeah. And also the Tower is like, I always see it as a kind of kinetic card, the Tower is happening. The Tower is now. And I see the Three of Cups as kind of a sustained card. You've got the Three of Cups in your back pocket, even if you're going through the Tower, like that kind of jam.
Good question.
Nice.
Good questions. Thanks, Amber.
Excuse me.
You're the best.
Alrighty. So I am a student of the tarot school. Shout out to Ruth Ann and Wald. I've gone up through 6 of their lessons, and it's basically like getting a not a master's, but a bachelorette. And part of what they do, you have to do like a in-depth card examination, literally like a page and a half to 3 pages, and maybe no further. And so I did do the Three of Cups, and what they'd have you do is they have you do a close examination where you look at the image and describe what you see, from everything, including like, so I would say stuff like, I see an image of 3 people, and this is all based on the Waite Smith Tarot, the RWS. So I see an image of 3 people facing one another in a circle, although it's not a perfect circle because they look more triangular. Each person holds a shiny yellow cup high in the air with one of their hands. It appears as if they're toasting. You try not to put like that in, you just describe the card. Center person has their back turned away from the view. This person has shoulder length hair. I mean, I never try to assume gender anymore.
Right. Because what's the point?
Well, it's also, so open to interpretation. It can be a non-binary person, especially when their back is facing to our site. We don't know if that's, masculine, feminine, or other, or a critter.
Sister or brother or other.
Yeah. And so you do that, and then you do an intuitive interpretation, like, what do you see? What when you look at that image, what comes up? So I would say things like the Three of Cups shows 3 women, and here's where I, fell into that fallacy, but this was like 10, 15 years ago. Making merry in a circle. They're celebrating something, a harvest, if you look at the pumpkins and other fruits and vegetables scattered around the ground. I'm almost positive that their cups, which they have raised high in the air in a toast-like gesture, have wine in it. You do this as much as you can for yourself. This was during my early days, so I used to bring in other material for books just because I needed, more words. And then you have a comparison where they have this whole list of their meanings and structures. And what you do is you write down that attribute, like the name of the card is understanding. And then you have to write 3 statements. Like, I didn't write about the understanding in my interpretation. However, I understand that in order to celebrate amongst community, there needs to be some sort of cohesive understanding. And I agree with this assessment. So for each thing they had, like a sign, the sign is Cancer. I didn't write about this sign's card in my interpretation, and et cetera, et cetera. And then they have statements or imagery like, did you talk about the 3 feminine figures? Did you talk about the white, red, and yellow robes, et cetera? The grapes, the gourd and pumpkins. And then, what are the meanings of this? And they have a contemplation, which you answer questions like, what is the meaning of this card? How does the card become you? And then, and it's really intense, but it gets you thinking about the cards in various ways. And in a way, you're writing your own in-depth LWB. I got halfway through the 12 lessons and then life hit. And basically I moved over to from Vancouver, Washington to here, and I haven't gone back to it, but I could go back to it at any time. Amber says for her, I don't like the card first time I saw it, traditional Waitsmith image, but then I saw the Toth version and loved the energy. Yeah, I had an issue.
Visualize. I'm trying to visualize the top version of the 3 of Cups, but
there's a triangle and there's waves. The thing I like about Toth, it is more energetic vibe. I know that up here, especially when I first started paganism and stuff, everybody here uses the Toth. It's kind of interesting. So I had a mix of Waite Smith for training, previous and after. But like my first tarot teacher was more into a Kabbalah and Thoth. So I have this weird, beginning hodgepodge, mix of things. But I never liked the Crowley Thoth version. I've had other Thoth-esque.
No, thank you.
Yeah. In a way, Deviant Moon is kind of Tothy.
Yeah, I know.
They follow. Yeah, but also creepy. I talked about that in the 3 of Wands episode, and these two really didn't like that card that I picked. But yeah, I wish I can remember what 15-year-old me thought. For the most part, though, I would lay out Celtic Cross and literally take a picture of it, and then my dad had to go and get all these developed, and he was like, why are you taking pictures of cards?
That's so cute.
Even way back then, now we've got our phones to take pictures, and we tell people, refer back to them and everything. And here's me taking my little 35 millimeter, camera and clicking,
awesome.
These spreads. And, having my dad tell me I shouldn't do that, I stopped. And I kind of wish I had continued, because I don't think I kept any of those pictures.
Aww.
I know, right? I did keep notes in college when my boyfriend Kevin would read my cards for me, because he was a little further on in readings and stuff at that time. And yeah, it's interesting. It's so neat.
I actually, I think, came across a saved chat on AIM. So this dates you.
Yep. Yep.
From between me and
I am.
Between me and my college boyfriend, and I think I was giving him a reading through Messenger, and I'm just like, oh my god, I saved this. It was it was crazy.
That's
some of
awesome.
the things I said, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, oh, like, wow, it was like, it felt like I was a different person, because obviously we're all different people, when we were younger. Like, it's just like, oh, baby Hilary, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. And yet at the same time, that was a pretty accurate reading.
I remember one of the things that I did consistently when I was first starting was I did not trust myself in what I was saying. So I would say a bunch of disqualifiers, I would say, or qualifiers. I would say, it seems to me as if, and this could mean, and you might interpret this as, and I threw all the qualifiers in place so that I could be held responsible for a fucking thing I said. because I was
I
still learning and I had
I might
no
still do
clue.
that in email readings. That's just the way I talk, but I should probably just go through and take them out after I've written
That's what
them
I have to
because,
do
you
when
know,
I'm
it's like
writing
ticker tape.
books. Yeah,
yeah,
I have to
same.
take
Well,
out so and if you think about it and all of these other things, I have to take
well,
out the qualifiers so I sound like I know what the fuck
mhm.
I'm talking about.
Well, and I also, I mean, I think we all did that. Like you, I mean, Melissa, you did all your qualifiers. I'm not sure I'd do that, but I would grab books. I'd overwrite, like Mary Kay fucking Greer stuff and Rachel Pollack over my words because I didn't trust myself. And I figured, well, these guys wrote or these ladies, or, and the guys, these folks wrote the books and they must know more than I do. And that's another inspiration of why I wrote the book the way Tarot Inspired Life the way I did, was because I wanted people to trust their own guts, their own intuition right off the bat, because I feel like having those connections, writing that material really does give you more um, empowerment than, well, I think this is what it means. And well, Jaymi says it's this one, must be this, not what I
Oh,
see. You know what I mean?
Right,
That
because
stuff.
you don't want to be
I
the
the authorita.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to
Even,
set yourself
yeah.
up as the authority because if you're wrong, then fuck.
Yeah. But
Well,
then,
I
but
feel
yeah,
like
like,
it's so much more than that too, because like when I was writing my book,
mhm,
I had to write it, like I had a lot of that going on where it's just like I don't want to be that disembodied voice in the back of somebody's head saying, well, Hilary said that the hanged man was this, therefore I must be wrong. And I'm just like,
yeah.
how do I phrase this in a way that it's just like, you should be getting your own interpretations. Like that's a natural progression of you learning the tarot, is starting to
Yeah.
personalize it, right? Amber says blame Sonova, lol.
What the fuck? I'm just in here looking cute.
I'm
Some
just sitting here
bullshit.
looking cute. But yeah, no, I get it. Like Anna Alexander, another one of my good friends and amazing runist, and she talks to, the voices talk to her in her head. When she read like the first draft, because she's one of my alpha readers, she would always be like, "You need to be the grand poobah, be the
Yeah.
grand poobah, none of this wishy-washy." And it's so true. But it's also, part of that first draft is where, you're still, it's like every book is brand new. The book teaches you how to write it, and you learn how to become the grand poobah of each book or each thing you write or say. Even each podcast, we never know how each one of these or how long they're going to go until we start opening our mouths. And we sprinkle fun and our personalities in it, but we also have, some sort of a authority, to
We
be
know some
our own
shit.
grand poo. Yeah. Or we like to think we know some shit, as I
No,
would
we know
say.
some shit.
We
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know some shit. Okay. Grand Poobah says we know shit.
that's
And we
fucking
sometimes,
right.
and we see things, we know it, and sometimes we say it.
Show me
And
somebody else in some other field who studied for 30 years and tell me they're not a master of their field.
It's true.
good point.
So there's that
True.
for
Yeah, and
insecurity.
it's really funny that people, are like, "Oh, tarot in 5 minutes, I can make millions," right? There's Lily.
Hey.
She's
Good
but
luck.
yeah, it no, yep, that's the little beast behind that just peered up. But yeah, it's like when people think of tarot, they think it's real easy to learn, and yet, and and they could do all this stuff with it, but it's an ongoing process. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm still learning. New book for us three to co-author. We know some shit.
Exactly.
That's basically the oh, fireworks.
Yep, double
That's
thumbs.
basically the like the premise of this podcast is Card
Podcast.
Slingers
Is
Coast to
that we know some
Coast.
shit.
We know some shit.
I guess this is our new tagline, Car Slingers Coast to Coast. We know some shit.
I like it. I
Right,
think
let me go see if I get the
it's
beat.
charming. It's short, easy to remember.
Yep.
She's stalking her
And
cat.
yeah, well, I'm trying to get her to stop ripping up the chair. But yeah, no, I mean it's perfect for three fire signs, right? We know some
I like it.
shit.
We do.
Boom.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend or be shy about what I know anymore. I don't think that it benefits anybody to see us acting all humble and stuff when we know what we're talking about, you know? And there can be
Yeah.
like different interpretations of the cards, that's duh. But even the fact that we know that shows that we know our shit.
Hmm.
So
Or also being, well, I mean, we can be
flex,
humble in the fact that we don't like we know some stuff,
be
but we
humble.
also know what we
Damn.
know what we don't know as well,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yeah. Well, and that's another, cool thing about our community, right? The three of us and the terror community. I'm constantly learning from you two. I'm constantly learning from our greater terror community through, conferences or just classes and stuff. And everybody that has ever written in, or even, the people I've talked to in readings, I learn shit from them.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
yeah, it's such a wonderful hobby slash profession slash lifestyle, choice. I think, at least for me, it really has embedded itself in everything where I wake up thinking tarot, or especially on Fridays, ooh, I get to talk to my tarot peeps.
Right.
Exactly.
Going to drawing cards, to helping others, to learning new shit to help others or to talk about and write about, and then going to bed, thinking about the cards or dreaming about the cards.
I don't know. I think it's just such a lovely way of life. We've picked a really great hobby, you know?
I think so. And we also picked a
Pretty
good
awesome.
opportunity in in our past to become good friends.
Hmm.
Yay. And that's the Three of Cups in a nutshell.
Yep.
How did I
So
Did
get
I
we
was
into
do
this
it? Yeah.
nutshell? I
Did we
don't
do
know.
it?
yeah, where are we
Did we
going in
say the
this
thing?
nutshell?
Did you say anything?
Did we say the
Well,
Um,
thing?
I was thinking of homework. What sort of homework do we want to give them? Like think about
I
the
think reach
communities.
out to your
Follow us
people.
on YouTube.
Follow us on YouTube. Reach out to your communities. Um, if you feel alone, there's an app that can help you feel less alone called Finch that we highly recommend. And
All
also,
three of
you
us
can
are
always
on
write
us.
to us. Well, you can write to Hilary and Jaymi, and they'll tell me what you say. Because I am the talent. I don't read emails. Sounds like a real asshole thing when I say it. Sounds funny when you say it.
Just swanning in, saying some
Swanning
shit,
in, fanning about, swanning back out.
I'm
swanning back
fanning
out.
about doing like the weird hands, like, oh yes, yes, I'm here. Okay, I gotta go now.
Or the
I
or
need to go
the or
swoon.
the queen or the
Yeah,
princess
yeah.
wave,
Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow,
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 wrist,
wrist.
wrist.
God.
Oh, this was good. I'm glad that we actually got, Zoom to YouTube working, and a new book idea.
And
Thanks,
talking.
Amber. Yeah, the talking. Get everything
The talking, the
talking.
video,
The coffee talk,
showing how the
literally.
sausage is made. The reason why I keep on saying it is because it makes Melissa laugh every single time because her brain is in the gutter.
I didn't say shit about
You
shit.
don't have to.
I said shit.
You
So
don't have to. Fortunately, everyone can see your reaction this time around.
Yes, and we also love to flip each other off. It's a
oh my
friendship when you
God.
get to, razz each other and all that on camera and off.
That's
All
amazing.
right, Amber, thanks for joining us and
Yay.
giving
Yes,
us this new book thing.
Thank you to
thank
our
you
12
all
followers.
Yes.
for joining
No,
us, even if you're
our
a lurker,
yeah.
you know.
Well, and thank you for our, like, I'm going to say 500 plus community.
Yeah.
You are at our amazingly large kitchen table to talk and drink coffee and to learn from each other. So thank you
Yeah.
all for being our Three of Cups. We really do appreciate you every week.
Yeah, we do.
Aw,
Uh,
daw.
duh.
All righty, I'm going to stop the YouTubes.
Bye,
Any,
Thank you
everybody.
any,
all.
see ya.
Bye, post past listen or yeah, non-live
Timey,
listener
timey
people.
wimey.
Yep. Bye.